Hey, I'm gonna teach all you beta testers some new things about the plugin for Voxel Buddy Pro. So I just want to get us started. I'm just gonna create a solid just because it helps me to have something to work on. And we're gonna use Voxel Buddy Pro. By the way, it's under Subpixel Voxel Buddy Pro. So we have this, and let's just do something really simple. We'll make the word flame be on fire. I feel like that's a really interesting thing to do. Seem to be getting an issue here. Okay, I thought I had supported this to 32, but 16 is fine. We'll stick with 16. Anyway, so we have this thing here. We're going to use this as our cutout. So let's go into the effects control, and under here we have a thing that says layer. And layer, you can choose any layer, and that can be a comp. You can animate them. You can do anything you want with them. And that will become your voxels. Now, this is coming from the Y direction. If we put it on Z, it'll face outwards. But also, we have gradients in different directions. So let me show you this real quick. The gradient goes from, see how it's light on the top and the bottom? And then it's a gradient where it's like softer on the top. And then we have one where it's soft on all sides. And it's kind of more of a cube soft on all sides because we're working from a cube. Kind of how the voxel space works is in the cube. So if we rotate this, you'll see that it is a cube no matter what. So I just kind of made it simple like that. So what I like to do is I actually like to take the word flame and we'll put it off the y-axis. And it's not a problem that it's in this direction. I'm just going to rotate the x in 90. And now the word flame is there. And I would like to just match it up to where it is in real life, so I can move it around and see how it's updating inside here. It works even better if it's in a pre-comp, but that's fine. We're just going to put it right here for right now. I'm going to hide the word, and if you notice, it's not quite the same. If we squish it all the way down, flame is really tall. Well, that's because it's in a wrong aspect ratio, because it is scaling as though 1920 by 1080. It is scaling as though it's seeing that exact thing, and you're seeing a cutoff on the edge here. That's totally fine too. If we bring the overscan to 200%, it'll expand out past that area. Now that we have that, we can expand this into a depth. And if you have ever looked at aerogel, it kind of looks like that when we're rotating around. It's got this semi-transparent thing, and I'm sure you're seeing steps. So like you'll see these little steps happening in between each one of them. If we increase the step count, they go away. You can also increase the density and it should help as well. We also have brightness and stuff like that, and a solid gas blend. So this makes it more transparent. This makes it more solid. So if we increase the steps and we do that, you're going to still see the steps no matter what, because this is a ray marching system. But as you can see, it's gotten quite interesting now. It is no longer something that's soft. That's not what we're really going for this time. We're going to actually bring that gas back down to gas levels for myself. And we'll make the word flame maybe about that deep. That looks pretty nice. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And I don't really care about the step count being too high or the density. I'm just fine with it at 1. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add some noise. And if you increase the noise, you'll see that it distorts the object. And it does it in the 3D space, which is neat. Why do I keep grabbing that one? So it does distort it in every direction. And it's only working within the depth of this thing. If I extend it back, it extends more of the depth to it. So if you want more depth to the word, you might have to expand that a little further. But for right now, we're just going to do this a little bit. And we can change the scale of it. So see how it's just kind of like little warp to complete noise that's just unhelpful. We can choose how much it's distorting and all that as well. I'm gonna, make this go this direction and all of that. Let's get it to, I think this is somewhere in there. I don't know why I'm distorting it so much. I really shouldn't distort it as much. It's not about that one, it's this one. I think that's kind of more of the, yeah, there's some flamey looking parts to it. And I'm actually going to use our wipe along with this. This actually changes. This is something I didn't show in the other. This changes the way that, so if I increase the wipe, now we actually have something that will fade away. And this is the switch direction. Fade away, which is the up and down. Hang on. Where are the distortions happening? What's happening? Okay, if we make this like 1, you're going to see the hard line of it at one of these axes. I don't remember which one it is. 0. It is not wiping. Okay, so it's coming from behind. So this does need to rotate 90. There we go. And now we can get just the top of the word flame to do this. So this is the blend of how harsh that line is between where it starts distorting and where it doesn't. If we have this number larger, now when we slide this thing, it has much more of a fade. So you can kind of do more of a fade going into the thing. I'm not trying to do that. We're just going to make this much smaller. If it's at 0, it does nothing. Jeez, man, this number's harsh. 2,000 is probably good. Or 200. And then let's bring it closer back to the beginning. 200 is not good. Let's fade that up a little further. There we go. Somewhere around there. And you're probably like, okay, well, it's staying still. Like there's no animation. Well, we can hit the distort. And we can distort offset. And this animates the fire. Which axis do we want to do? That one moves it left and right. Which one is doing up and down? That one goes back and front, so does this one. Okay, so we're going to put that back to 0. And we're going to, sorry, I get confused on my axes a lot of these times because I've changed them so much. Well, we're going to set the keyframe here to be 0. Boop. And here to, I guess, negative. Let's do like negative 4,000. And now the top of the word flame will be on fire and going through its motions of this. So it's not too bad. It's just a little distortion happening to the top of the 3D words that we just made in this voxel space. Something very simple, kind of neat. And now that we have that, we can also even fade in this, have it wipe in, or it doesn't even matter. You see how the wipe works. We can just change the offset for it and choose that it's doing it that way. If we do this, you'll see that, yes, it is kind of, you can key out the, black, or we can do the shadow mix, which kind of helps fade a little bit away. We can also increase the brightness so it seems more like actual fire. If we want to make smoke for this, we can just copy and paste this one, plop it down below it. And we're going to see how it's doing a little like inverting. It's kind of fighting itself in between each of these things. I'm actually going to see about trying to fix that. That's something new. Yeah, we still have to pick the layer for flame because it doesn't have that one. And then we're going to stretch it. There's this one that we're going to make smoke. It's not going to have any of these colors. Why is it so inverting. We could do some fun stuff with this. Lighten. It does seem like it's doing a difference, right? Classic difference. Exclusion. Normal. Let's just leave it on normal. We'll put this back onto here. I don't know which one this is. Okay, so this is the flame that we do like, which is acting weird. This is the smoke that I was going to try to add in as well. Why is it doing that? I'm actually kind of curious how to fix that. But this one, we can change the voxel density and make it like lower, and do some, just trying to make it feel more like smoke. Step count can be lower. It can get softer. Shadow mix. Why is it? Is it actually? I'm wondering if these voxels are actually overlaying each other. I want to try something. We're going to move it backwards. No. No, they're not. Huh. I've layered these before and never had this issue, so it's very confusing to me what's happening right now. Why is it overlaying itself? I know I get a lot of bugs from this thing. Oh man, I am not doing well. What is happening here? Is it because it's in 16-bit color mode? I need to see something. I did this in 8. Oh, look at that. It likes it in 8. If we switch it to 32, which I've also done many times, and I know that it's like, me. See, look at that. It's not having that issue. I'm having a weird 16-bit color mode issue then. Yeah, look at that. Finding little bugs on my own. That's fine. We'll just go with this one for right now. If you do an 8-bit, it's really, really good at 8-bit. We can always increase the brightness and everything on the other one as well. It's not like those colors only exist with inside that. And if we want to add more brightness to this as well, because we can just add, regular effects on top, we can add in the glow. Generate glow. Or is it stylized glow? And now look at that. We're getting more intense flames anyway. Glow radius. So we have this flame that's kind of going. And for this one, I want to lower down where the smoke is coming from. I want it to be much lower so that way it feels like it's coming from it. And you will bring down the brightness for this. Is actually really intense. The flame. I think right around there is fine. Anyway, so now we've created this little flame animation that's got a little bit of smoke behind it. Which, by the way, yes, still works on top of this. And we could do some more things to help fade the smoke in a little better. But I think this is a pretty decent demonstration of how to use this in some ways. Yeah, we'll do some other cool stuff. This is just for today. A nice little demo. I hope you guys enjoy, and please let me see what you make out of all this, because there's actually a lot you can do with this. I'm just learning about this 16-bit problem now. I thought I've tested this before. So, very strange. All right. Hope to talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.